Hey, what is up, you guys? Coach Joey coming in. It is August 17th. It is Wednesday, and it is approximately 2 o'clock. I wanted to come in with a message for today. But before that, I'm going to throw a little plug out there. A good friend of ours and somebody who's always been involved in the local CrossFit community, Ted Lynn, recently opened up a coffee shop downtown called Symmetry Coffee and Crepes. And I just went down there with the missus, and we had a couple other crepes. I had the Florentine and the Southwestern. And I'll say that it's pretty amazing. And I am a big fan of dirty chai lattes if anybody ever wants to bring me coffee with an extra shot of espresso. And it's cool because they made it iced as well, which was probably appropriate today since I'm looking at the temperature and it says 99 degrees. But getting into the message for today, what I want to call this one is the mental block and unreasonable reasons. And this is one of those things that I think everybody at one time or another has been guilty of. So what I mean is something typically will come up in life that you want to do. Like for me, I can name a couple of different things that I've done this with, like start reading, lose weight, save money, have more money. So let's not say save money, but have more money. So you talk about personal finances when it comes to business, whether it has something to do with marketing or some of the things you just don't like to do in your business. You'll end up coming up with what I like to refer to as unreasonable reasons, all right? So one of the easiest things to talk about, being that I'm involved in the fitness industry, is somebody who kind of decides that they want to take control of their life. Maybe they've made the first decision, and then they'll literally come up with thoughts in their head that are unreasonable on why they can't do something. And I've heard a lot of them. I'm sure some of you have heard a lot of them, or you have friends who have said them. So related to fitness, what are some of the unreasonable reasons that people come up with? Time. I don't have enough time to work out, or I don't have enough time to get to the gym. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you don't have to go to the gym to start a fitness routine. Literally, you don't have to. You could do it anywhere. You could do it at work if it allows you to happen at work. If you have a lunch break, if you have a coffee break, whatever the case is, time is not a restriction. But what ends up happening is you tell yourself that, and it puts this mental thought and this mental block in your head, and you'll never get to what you want to do. Some other common ones will be like, well, I don't want to get hurt, or I'm worried about getting injured, or all these other things. Realistically, the chances of you getting injured exercising are pretty small. The flip side to that is that the direct result of not exercising or eating well is exponentially far worse as you start to get older and as you start to age. So one, we live in a world of technology with substantial medical advancements. So if anything ever does happen while you're working out, it's probably not going to be life altering, and you'll probably be able to heal yourself up in a relatively reasonable amount of time. The chances of you sustaining an injury that's going to be something so severe that would require like surgical repair or whatever the case is, as hard as it is for you to believe that, it's not likely to happen, all right? It's just a very, very small percentage of anybody who does any type of exercising that you're going to get hurt, all right? So telling yourself that that's a reason why you're not going to get started, you're validating yourself. It's an unreasonable reason. Now, when we start to think about these things a little bit bigger, let's say it has to do with finding a job or going back to school. Going back to school is a big one. People will always find that they want to do something, but they'll think of all the reasons that they can't. And if you really started thinking about these reasons, a lot of them aren't reasonable. They're just things that you make up to validate not getting started. Whether it's because of fear, whether it's because you don't want to make the change, whatever it is, stop telling yourself that I can't do this because of ... and it not be something that's really, really valid. Does that make sense? So when you guys are thinking about some of your personal goals or some of the things that you want to change, don't think of all of the things that are going to keep you from doing it. Start to focus on the things that are going to get you there. And then those are going to be the things that will start to change for the positive as you're going on. So we're going to end this today. But remember, the great Henry Ford, a lot of you have said this, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right, 100% right, all right, you guys? So keep that in mind. I hope this video was useful for you guys today. We'll see you guys at the gym later on. Ted, thanks for the great lunch, buddy. I'll see you on a weekly basis. Have a good one.